Summary of Finding Time. Breathing Space for Women Who Do Too Much. By Paula Peisner Coxe. The Urgent Society. Everyone feels time shortages today, because new technologies, such as car phones, voicemail, faxes, fast food and ATMs, have contributed to a sense of urgency. People want to do everything faster. There is so much to do, and so little time. You, like many others, probably want to stop this treadmill. You need a sense of time management to feel control again. Although time is a limited asset, you can take charge, manage and control it. Consider it like money, which you can make, save, invest, spend or waste. You want to secure and protect your time. Conversely, consider the elements that take your time, that rob you of it, as time bandits. They steal your time. Such bandits not only are all around you, they are within you. They are that part of you that doesn't respect and value your own time. But if you take responsibility, establish the right priorities and use your abilities wisely, you can overcome these time bandits and master your time. To master time, develop habits that help you better use your day. This way, you can distinguish between what you should do, want to do and don't have to do. In essence, finding time is being good to yourself, so you gain peace of mind, the ultimate gift you can give yourself. To get started, log your time for a few days to see how you currently use it. Notice how you feel about your use of time and write down how you would rather be spending more of it. Then, reflect on where you are now, where you want to be and how you hope to better your use of time. 12 tips to mastering time. The following tips will help you better manage and control your own time. Manage others' expectations, regardless of how well you do something. It may not satisfy other people if it isn't what they expected. Thus, you should learn to manage others' expectations and perceptions by trying to understand how they see things. A key to understanding is communication. Make any implicit assumptions explicit. You can confirm and reconfirm what other people expect. Don't make promises, don't give your word until you fully understand what is expected of you. To avoid disappointing yourself and others, overestimate the time the task will take, and underestimate the results. If you have to, apologize, but still don't promise. Saying, "I'm sorry," is a kind of relationship insurance that helps overcome emotional conflicts and builds bridges between people. Use padding to give yourself more time. If you don't want to rush, miss a deadline or disappoint someone, pad your time estimates. Padding provides good protection. Even when you have the best of intentions, you can encounter unanticipated detours and obstacles. Padding especially is useful when you are working with other people to complete a task, since now you have a number of links in the chain that are necessary to complete it. However, only pad when you have control over the situation. If you have no ability to add slack to your schedule, you can't do it. Say no to others and yes to you. Set boundaries so you can live your life on your own terms. Learning to say no enables you to do this. This way you won't be overcommitted, overburdened, and overwhelmed. When you say no, don't feel guilty and don't feel you have to justify yourself. Set the boundaries that feel right for you. However, you can say no in some ways that are less harsh and alienating, such as sugarcoating a no with phrases such as, "I can do it another time, I think I can do some of it," or "maybe I can arrange for someone else to do this." Let go when you can't make it, like a football player, give up trying to make a touchdown. Instead, punt. If you realize that it is fruitless to continue but feel stopping is giving up, try punting, and let someone else run with the ball. One way to punt is to tell yourself, "I can't do this," and ask for help. However, it's best to give yourself and others enough time to punt by deciding early on to let go and give the ball to someone else. Provide plenty of advance notice. Limit interruptions and focus on getting something done. Just as top athletes have a strong focus, keep your own focus by reducing or eliminating interruptions when you want to concentrate on something. The top 3 interruptions are 1. Yourself, such as when you engage in daydreaming or snacking, 2. The phone and 3. Other people. One way to reduce phone interruptions is to use an answering machine to screen your calls. Or, have someone take messages. To reduce interruptions by other people, have a closed-door policy for a limited time, while you focus on what you have to do. Or, set a time limit for how long you speak to someone, or set up an appointment to meet and discuss matters later. Manage the phone effectively, yet stay reachable, don't let the phone control you. Again, use your answering machine to screen calls or have someone screen them for you. Another technique is to decide that you won't carry a cell phone. Or, turn it off to avoid calls. Try scheduling outgoing calls for certain times of the day. Call the other party back so you are in control and limit the times of your calls. To avoid unnecessary meetings, discuss matters on the phone as much as possible. At the same time, balance staying out of touch with being reachable. When you're reachable, you save time and avoid problems with loose ends, unanswered questions, and confused people. Listen to what others are saying. When you hear what others are really saying, and not what you think they are saying, you will avoid wasting the time you might have spent doing what you think they want, instead of what they actually want. Listening also will tell you if other people want sympathy, support, action, or just your opinion. They may just want company and understanding, in which case you don't have to do anything. To make sure you have listened correctly, repeat back what you have heard other people say in your own words. Then, they can correct you as necessary. Use reminders to help you remember, as the old expression says, out of sight, out of mind. So, use visible reminders to help you remember, most notably your calendar. Repetition will also help you, much as Pavlov trained his dogs to salivate with the intermittent ringing of a bell. Likewise, go back over your own to-do list from time to time, and as you plan, visualize the outcome. Refer to your calendar at intervals throughout the day. It's best to keep it open and visible, such as by your phone, so you can check it regularly. Clean up loose ends, this way, you don't leave tasks unfinished or problems hanging. For example, if you feel you have completed a task, let other people know it. Then, if there are loose ends, tie them up, such as responding to unanswered questions openly and directly. If you tell people you are going to get back to them, do so. It's best to use writing in work and professional situations, since writing has a sense of finality to it. Create and feel comfortable with your own system, don't let self-help books or the advice of others influence you too much. Everyone has different ways of doing things, so make any tips you find useful your own. Adapt them to your own habits, needs and life. For example, people have different ways of paying bills, running errands, and commuting. Use what works best for you. Some other basic time-saving tips are: help your family help themselves. Plan your time as regularly as you brush your teeth and eliminate those tasks or activities that you never seem to get around to doing. Prioritize by putting first things first, such as by creating an ABC list to rank tasks as extremely important, important and not important. Schedule personal time, so you allow yourself fun and relaxation. Use lists to help you remember, since elephants remember, people don't. Do your own internal audit to see how you are doing, like a health checkup. Review your weekly schedule, to see how effectively you are using your planner. Take a break from a lengthy task to do something you enjoy, or that's quick to accomplish from your to-do list. When you have other priorities, resist the temptation to do something that's a time waster or time bandit. Get what's most important done first. Then, reward yourself. This way, you do the worst first. Don't waste your waiting time, plan for times as when you are stuck in a doctor's office. If you plan ahead, you can do useful things during this time, such as making calls or balancing your checkbook. Just do it now rather than later. For instance, act on a thought that enters your mind. For example, when you think about someone's birthday, get a gift. Delegate tasks if someone else can do them. Simplify your life. Recognize the importance of simple pleasures and simple moments. Seek support and help to gain more balance in your life. Read an inspirational book or talk to friends or relatives about how they have handled their tasks and responsibilities. Understand your assumptions, since your expectations can set you up to do too much, be too much, want too much. Rethink your assumptions about yourself, so you feel comfortable with your pace and how you want to spend your time. Do more than one thing at a time through multitasking. If you don't need to devote your complete physical and mental attention to something, do something else at the same time. Make useful files to help you find information. File your papers immediately. Stop shoulding, in which you give yourself shoulds, such as, I should exercise more. Don't get bogged down by guilt and worrying about what you should be doing, rather than doing what you want to do. Plan ahead and work backwards. Imagine the future flow of steps and activities you need to complete a task. Reward yourself when you do a good job, such as writing yourself a thank you note, taking yourself out for lunch, or buying yourself some new clothing. Start your day 30 minutes earlier, and find some useful or fun activities for your extra time. You can write morning pages with what's on your mind, exercise, read the newspaper, do uninterrupted errands, or pray. Expect the unexpected and stay flexible. Planning for contingencies helps, too. Use one-way communication, where you don't give someone a chance to respond. Use email or leave voice messages. These are especially good time savers when you are busy, or when you don't want to have a prolonged conversation.